Alright, hey everybody, how's it going? So, it's Rena Forever here, and, Twinkie Heist 5 is coming up. I have the trailer made, kind of. It's not, it's a trailer, it's just a recap. It's a recap. Plus the little spoilers at the end. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna clear some things up. The last episode is coming. Episode 5, part 1 and 2 is coming up, as I said, and there's some things that aren't quite cleared up. So I took a poll. I asked a bunch of people that have saw the series a bunch of questions that I have written in a Google Drive, just so I have them all in one place. So yeah, I'm just gonna answer all these questions and clear stuff up for everybody. Alright, so question number 1 is, in episode 1, wasn't Captain Jonas Kirk burned alive? How could his wig and other parts of his body be scattered around the world to be found by Devon? What happened off camera? What happened off camera, like, yes, Captain Jonas Kirk was killed and burned alive and stuff. But when he died, his body was reformed and recreated, not necessarily completely, but like, he was transformed to like a little puffle thing, right? And when he died, that form died as well, but he got reincarnated back into his original form or whatever, due to the serum that was mentioned in episode 2 that will be explained in episode 5. 2. Where did Paston's name come from? Why wasn't it said in episode 1? Now, Paston's name wasn't in episode 1 because he wasn't supposed to have a name. My character, Paston, he wasn't supposed to have a name at all. It was literally supposed to be Agent 134. And, it just didn't happen like that. I wanted it to kind of be something weird where nearing the last episode I said his name kind of as a joke or something. But, I guess it just didn't work out like that, and, I did the reveal of his name in episode 2, which his name is Paston. I think that's pretty obvious. And he did undergo the name of Kimchi for a while, and I was asked... he just went out of focus or something, I don't know. I was asked if Kimchi was Paston's name, or if that was my character's name, and it was just something fake. I don't know. But no, that Kimchi is not his name. So, yeah. What is Colonel's name? Or does he not have one? Actually, when I was writing the script for episode 1, I was in an airport, and I heard a Russian guy next to me. Like, he was talking, he was like, "Oh, yes, I am a Russian man, and going I don't know. So, that gave me the idea of, I want a Russian character. So, I gave Ryan the role of Colonel, because I wanted the Colonel to be Russian, but we ended up having Caleb, Jonas Kirk, have the accent. It's not necessarily a Russian accent, but I like the way it turned out. But his name was Colonel Beef Stroganoff, and the line in episode 1 where he says, "My brains were replaced with beef," that was not scripted. And when he said beef, that blew it. We couldn't use his name anymore, because his original name was Beef Stroganoff. Like Beef Stroganoff, it's funny, because like Russian, I don't know. So we didn't end up giving him a name, and his name is going to remain Colonel. And in future episodes of the Horseman Chronicles, which is the series that I'm going to be making after, which I did just spoil that, but now whoever watches this has early access to that information. But yeah, so that's the answer to that question. There's 25 questions. But yeah. Number 4. What company does Captain Jonas Kirk work for, and what happened to it? He worked for a company called Face, and I just had that idea because the company that I work for and Colonel works for is BUTT, and that's the bureau under Twinkie's task force. and yoo-hoo. Okay, whatever. So it's the, and I don't think that's ever stated, because Captain Jonas Kirk says Colonel of Butt, and I don't think, and I say my butt training. That doesn't mean anything inappropriate. It means the bureau under Twinkie's task force. That's the company that the Colonel and Paston and the cops work for. And I was going to state that, but when we were making episode 1, there was supposed to be like an announcer, like a commentator at the beginning of the video, but that didn't end up happening. And I completely forgot to do it, so I never explained that. But now that is explained. And I guess when Jonas Kirk died, the company did too. So now he's living in that little shady hideout. Why the wig for Kirk? It's funny. Question 6. What's the Colonel's deal with the ukulele? I don't know. That was never scripted in episode 2 either. Or episode 1 for that matter. I just thought, since he was playing the uke in episode 1 and he freaked out when I came in the room, that it would be funny to keep that going. So, yeah, we just kept that going. Why in episode 1 did the Colonel jump to kill the captain right away? Made for a better story. Not a question, but just to make it clear, Agent Paston went under the title of Kimchi in episode 1 to trick Jonas Kirk, but why was he there in the first place? Focus! Anyways, he was there as a spy, but he was kind of loyal to Kirk, because as in my soliloquy, in episode 1, it kind of made it seem like, I was gonna choose Kirk's side, but I decided to choose Colonel over Kirk because, I didn't want to die or be treated as lesser, so, I was kind of working for both companies and neither of them knew, and I was loyal to both leaders, so yeah. Why wasn't Devon in episode 1? Devon wasn't in episode 1 because I didn't have any idea for... Sorry, it just keeps on focusing for me or something. I don't know, I'll fix it later. But Devon wasn't in episode 1 because I just had no thought of him. We filmed episode 1 with just the 3 of us, and it was kind of hard, actually. So adding 2 more people just added all the more help with the camera. And that's the main reason why I added 2 more people, just because we needed more camera help and it would have expanded the story a lot more, and it did. I don't understand the horseman-cop relationship. The horseman-cop relationship will be explained in episode 5, but as of now, all we know is, like, they just don't like each other, but that'll be explained in episode 5. Why was the Colonel so mad about the staff? I guess it was never stated, but, aside from Paston using every staff he gets as a plunger, which that was kind of a joke made in episode 3 and 1, the company was nearing bankruptcy due to, killing so many people just to get them out of their way. So, buying the staff, and in episode 4, it's a magic staff, it shot purple lightning beam thing. It was expensive. It was an expensive staff. Not in real life for me to make. It was like, I found a pool thing, took off the net, and put duct tape on it. So, that's where the staff came from, if anybody wondered that. Does Kirk actually care about Devon, or does he just use him? I think they had a pretty steady... When I was writing them, I pictured them with a pretty steady relationship. I originally wrote it as Devon would be Captain Jonas Kirk's son, but my other friends didn't really like that idea of having... Devon, the person who played Devon, didn't really like the idea of being the son of this guy, or of my friend that played Jonas Kirk. So we just changed it to third cousin. But I think they have a pretty hefty relationship. I don't understand the cop thing. I'm gonna assume that means, like, when one dies, the next one comes or whatever. The cop relationship, like with all the different cops, they're all played by one actor. And I was going for a Pokemon like Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny thing. Where like they all look the same, just like they have a different weapon in the next episode or something. Like it's just a different cop in every episode basically. And there will be more reference to that in the next episode as well. What is their process for these videos? Where did you get the idea? I got the idea for Twinkie Heist. Literally just like, okay, I want to make a video idea. Funny, food, something I hate, Twinkies. Okay, what could I do with the Twinkies? Steal them, heist, got it. And then I just wrote the script from there. So, yeah, and the series is still called the Twinkie Heist. I don't even know why. I could have changed it, but I decided not to. I got sentimental, I guess. How did Paston hitting himself automatically induce a coma, and why was Kirk and the horse there? This is referring to episode 3 when Paston hits himself in the face with the staff and it induces a coma. I don't know. Well, okay, I can explain the first part. Paston is not your average human. He's already, like, super pumped out, just, like, naturally. I know that I'm skinny and, like, scrawny and stuff, but Paston is supposed to be, like, a super, not muscular, but, like, strong character. So, he's kind of just, like, a superhuman. He's kind of Captain America, but, like, if Captain America was a teenager and not buffed out. And then, I don't know why the horse... Well, Kirk was there because he was in Paston's head in the first place, so he just worked his way into the coma and stuff. So that makes sense. Why horse was there, I don't know, because Paston hasn't even seen the horse yet. So I don't know. We just thought it would be funny. That was completely improv. Do you try to film in low quality? No. No. No, we don't. We don't try to film in low quality. I just don't know how to make it not low quality. I mean, I'm not a 5-star movie producer, alright? I don't get 10 out of 10 from IGN on my movies, and 100% from Rotten Tomatoes. We just for fun. I have a little Samsung camera on a $10 tripod that I'm using right now. It's a full metal tripod, but it's $10. Just take that. I like the montage in episode 3. Well, thank you. I liked it too. It took me forever to find that song. You broke the fourth wall a lot in episode 4. What was that about? You just answered your own question. Fourth wall, episode 4. Might as well break it. Ha! Just kidding. I just like it. Probably not going to do it all that much in episode 5. I already have the script written. Devon had 2 forms. Does that mean Kirk has 2 as well due to him being more powerful? I guess that would make sense. But you'll have to watch episode 5 and find out. Why Pepsi Max? Because when I filmed Pepsi Max Kurt style, which I'm not ever going to explain that video to anybody, because if you don't get it, it doesn't matter. Hope you enjoy those. Anyways, I don't know. I just had a Pepsi Max when I decided I wanted to do a drink, Kurt style, which is the wah. But I had a Pepsi Max at the time. I was drinking a Pepsi Max, so I'm just like, alright, let's do this real quick, and I'll upload it to YouTube just for fun. So I did that, and it got popular, so I made a second one, and I decided to stick with the Pepsi Max theme. That's why, I don't know if it was explained in episode 4. I can't remember, but the Butt company is no longer the Butt. It's actually the BUPT, and that's the Bureau under Pepsi Max Products Task Force. Maybe. If that wasn't explained, then completely ignore me. But if it was, then that's what that means. The Colonel fired Paston for one mistake. Why? As you could probably tell, the Colonel is very indecisive and kind of a whack job. So he just makes the wrong decisions a lot. Colonel called cop Eric a couple times. Why? Well, in the heat of the moment, being slapped so many times, I think the Colonel, or the character, or the guy that played Colonel, forgot that the cop had no name and started calling the cop by the actor's name, who is Eric. Yeah, he screwed up a couple times. And I did too. In episode 4, when Devon and I and the cop meet, when like Devon runs away crying, saying magic, I say Eric, but I cover it up using a sound bite from my old intro song. So it goes out of nowhere. That's what that was, just covering it up, and I completely forgot to do it with the other times. Secretary, question mark. The secretary is going to make an appearance in episode 5. Now, the secretary was originally I had 2 actors for the part. And how it's gonna work is just gonna be on like a little Skype call. She's just gonna make a cameo appearance, basically. The original actor was supposed to be my girlfriend. And she was, but she's busy when we start filming, or when we do the filming. So I already have the other actor ready for the part. But yeah, so we dissed the secretary a couple times. It was just kind of supposed to be funny, and I was kind of supposed to be making fun of my girlfriend. But, yeah. That didn't happen. But I think I like the new actor more, in a sense that, actress more, in the sense that, I don't know. Don't want my girlfriend to be in my videos. Not in that way. Just personal stuff. Too much information. Alright, last question here. What will happen to the camera guy, and why did you introduce him in the first place? I introduced the camera guy to give Devon's actor a part when he dies, so that he'll have something to do when he's like, not on the camera, or not acting. And so I made the camera guy character, which, spoiler alert, that actor will not be in the Twinkie heist anymore. He's done. So now we have a different actor, as can be seen in the previous episode. Well, not episode, but in the teaser trailer at the very end, there's a picture of the new character. He doesn't want his face or name revealed, so I'm gonna keep that private. That's why his face is covered up in the picture. But yeah, so I'm gonna respect that. You better too. So yeah, that's all the questions. But hope that cleared up everything. I'm gonna do a recap video after episode 5 is done. So yeah, I'll explain everything that happened, and I'll just go over the whole story, plot line, and stuff. I'll put links in the description for the playlist and the teaser, even though the teaser trailer is in the playlist. It doesn't matter. And so please subscribe to me, like this video if it cleared anything up for you, and have a nice day. I'm just gonna reach my arm out and stop the recording like an amateur. Bye.